What's the deal? It is I, and I am him, Big Ghost, and we booming. And I'm back with another one. Yeah, man. So I got an exclusive, as you can see in the clip right here. Snoop Dogg, double double G, SNOOPDOGG on the Arsenio Hall Show, 1994, man. So this is another talk show that we really grew up on. But I'm gonna do this one different though. I'm gonna do this one different because I'm pretty sure I got some new subscribers. I know y'all pretty want to know like who is Big Ghost? Like you know what I mean? Like where Big Ghost come from? So I'm gonna give you a little rundown on how I became Big Ghost. So I grew up in Long Beach. My government name is Lavelle. My mother, the Weathersbees. My aunties, they was well known on the east side of LA. Went to Fremont. My mom, she had me. My pop's name is Gregory Sanchez. I didn't meet him till I was 18. That's another story, but that still is my pops though. You know what I mean? He produced the seed that brought me to this world. So, I do have a huge family, even on his side too as well that I was, in contact at one point, but you know, how life take you through journeys, but I do, my pops, he's from Belize. I don't think he had his papers at the time, or whatever the case may be. But I'm not in contact with him as of right now. But at the end of the day, that's still my pops. But we grew up in Long Beach. My mom moved us to Long Beach. She married my step pops. He bought a house on Harcourt on Long Beach Boulevard. We grew up there. We had the basketball court. I had my little bro, my sister, my little bro. We used to play ball, basketball. Like we had the hottest court on the block. Everybody from all over came to come play ball where we stayed at. And that's a fact. You know, we used to have like 3-on-3s. All kind of games. And then we used to play football too on the backside of hardcore. Like on the backside of Long Beach, it was like a gang of warehouses. And everybody from the neighborhood used to get together. We play like 11 on 11. Straight sideline pop. So my childhood. We definitely. We was active. I went to Long Beach at Venice with my cousins too as well. All my cousins. We all went to Long Beach at Venice. Actually, my first best friend, he was a Spanish cat. He was a Mexican. His name was Juan Casada. I used to call him Juan Quesadilla. But I remember my mom used to drop me off over there because he stayed right by Long Beach at Venice, which was across the street from Harding High School. Was like right by the 710. I'm trying to think what street is that. I want to say it was my mind's going blank right now. But if you know, you know. But we used to ride the bikes all on the riverbed. So I remember those times being young. Like that was like the big adventures. We used to ride the riverbeds, going through all the crevices of all the little hiding spots along that ride. We used to run into all type of homeless people coming out the cut, running us out of their little spots. We was like adventurous, trying to find out, like find new land type. So but I have some good friends. My boy Andre, Jonathan Peter Smith. you know, some good memories, man. But it got to a point as I was growing up. My mom divorced my step pops. I was living with my mom at the time. She was kind of bitter behind the whole divorce or whatever the case may be. So me and my mom was clashing. And like I said, I'm just giving you a long story short, just to give you an understanding of who I am, how I became Big Ghost. So, we was bumping heads. She told me I can get out. I said, say less. I packed all my stuff. I was out. Called up my best friend at the time, Andre. It's like, man, can I woo woo, you know, his dad opened the doors for me. They had an extra room. They let me come and stay with them in Long Beach. They were staying like off of 63rd and Atlantic in a house though. So I moved with them, you know, and Dre always me and Dre went to high school together. We went to St. John Bosco and uh and Jonathan, but I was more me and Andre had more of a closer relationship. But Andre's pops was from 20s, and his pops brother was from Insane. And the crazy thing about it was when I moved down there, his uncle, his dad's brother, stayed right down the street on the same street, but he lived on that corner in an apartment complex. So Dre's brother at the time used to come over, and that was his older brother, but his brother was in the streets. He was from Insane. So as I was being there, I used to kind of like have a liking of his brother at the time, and then I started hanging out, going and kind of going down the street, kind of adventuring off like I always used to do as a youngin, trying to find new land, and that's how that's how everything started for me, and I got the name TG. So I got a lot of people that know me by the name of TG. Like this right here is not to glorify the streets or anything. This is just giving you a background of how I became Big Ghost. Now, you know, I went down the road I went through, and I know people all in Long Beach. I done been a lot of places, but people in the city know me as TG. So as I was going through my journey with that name, it turned into the Ghost. Because TG, I put it to the Ghost. So that's kind of how I kind of made my transition. I got the moniker the Ghost. Now, again, when I was in the streets, I had this name TG. When you in the streets, it's kind of like when you meet new people that's in the streets. This is your name that like you, but the whole energy behind it is you just trying to you trying to establish yourself as a person that's in the streets. And again, this is not to glorify the streets at all, but that's basically my past. And I'm like, if you know, you know. But now in the state of mind that I'm in now, moving forward, I took that TG, made it the Ghost. Now I'm doing content. Now I got my own platform. Now that's how I came to have the name Ghost, and now it's just Big Ghost. But again, I got this interview. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do this a lot different right here. This is on Snoop Dogg. I really want to play this because I'm gonna let him talk on. He's gonna give you an understanding of how it was for him when he was in the streets, when he was doing this thing. but he was trying to take the skill that he had and make it work for himself so he can create a life for himself. Because realistically, he knew him being in the streets, he wasn't really, all he was going, he already knew what the outcome was going to be, So, and again, I just want to let you know who I am and from where I come from. So I don't want to sit here and tell you about stories and things that I did, to glorify the streets. But at the end of the day, I even know people that's close that actually is family to Snoop. So, I am, I'm considered to myself a Long Beach native as well. But, as a baby, I was born on the east side of LA, grew up in Long Beach, grew up on the north side of Long Beach in Four Corner block area, but man, I gotta bring you this content though. So like I said, I'm gonna do this one different. I'm about to bring you this content. I might I might stop a little bit in between, but like I said, I know with the audience I've been seeing, I have that watch me. I know I got a young audience too as well that watch me, and I want to just let you know that you can do whatever you want to do, but the best thing to do is be positive and live in alignment of what you should be doing in life. You know what I mean? Because when you're not in alignment, you're living in chaos. All right, so let me bring you this content, man. You already know what the deal is, man. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. I ain't no mystery, man. Don't check the history, but yeah, it's Big Ghost, and we booming. Let me bring this to you, man. Let's go on get into this content.
Where did you all meet?
His brother Warren G.
Warren G!
It's all good. Yeah, we used to have I used to be in a group called 213. Me, Warren G, and Nate Dogg, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we just, just do underground tapes in Long Beach, striving, struggling, trying to get up out the ghetto. And Warren G gave one to Dre. He liked it and took it from there. And it was like, start writing and then take it from there.
Yeah. People who are big fans of yours probably know where the nickname comes from, but tell them where Snoop Doggy Dogg comes from.
Come from Mom's. My mama gave me that name, you know what I'm saying? She used to call me Snoopy, you know what I'm saying? But I just put the Doggy Dog in there to give it that added flavor, so you know what I'm saying, it can have a twist with it.
Yeah, now why did she start calling you Snoopy?
I can't tell, probably because I used to look like a dog.
I ran into a lady on the lot earlier today, and she gave us a photo because she said she went to high school with you.
And I seen it too in the backstage when I was in junior high school.
Yeah, Sandy, what, you got that photo?
Come on, Sandy. It's all good. It's all good.
You seem in a very positive mood, man.
Yeah, it's straight. I mean, I'm blessed. I'm happy to still be alive, still doing what I want to do.
Yeah. The lady also told me something very interesting. She said when she knew you, they called you Snoopy or Snoop. Mm-hmm. And she said you were one of the nicest gentlemen she's ever met. I also talked to a lady at the label who says you're one of the nicest people she's ever worked with. How do you get the other image when all these women think you're just incredible to be around?
It's so real. I mean, the people are scared of it. You know what I'm saying? The situations I deal with on my album is reality. The same thing the news is bringing you, but I'm bringing it to you live and direct like the news can't give it to you because I know it. You know what I'm saying? And they just scared of it.
Yeah. So, like I talked to you earlier about, because I had read that you were in the church choir when you were little, but sometimes when we read or see the news, we don't know what's true. Now, that's true. In that same paragraph, they talk about gang involvement. Is any of that true?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it was like a certain part of my life in which I took the wrong route, more or less, and drifted into the wrong side of life. But I mean, I was blessed enough to bank back off of that and still be alive and get a chance to do something positive, and I took that chance and did what I had to do.
Yeah. So that's something that I think is very important to your young fans out there. You had those kind of problems when you were young, and you pulled yourself up out of it. How about the drug involvement that they talk about?
Yeah, I mean, I was involved with all that type of things. I mean, it was in my neighborhood. It's in everybody's neighborhood who was living in the same type of area I was living in. It's like, if you gangbang or you don't gangbang. Take this for example. I'm gonna give you an example of something right quick. We got 3 homeboys, right? These 2 you grew up with, these 2 gangbanging 4 years down the line. Them your homeboys, you love them like brothers. They know your mom and daddy. When the other set come by to ride, they not gonna say, okay, well, we know he don't bang. We gonna just shoot them too. They gonna ride on everybody. So you a victim of society regardless. And they just, you know what I'm saying, they label it like that because they scared of reality. But I'm not scared of it. I'm gonna bring it to you the way it's supposed to be brought.
Yeah. With your past and all that kind of stuff, you're a hero in the neighborhood now. You're a role model too. How do you deal with that side of it? Do you like that side of it?
I ain't mad at him. I mean, it beats sitting in the county jail writing letters, calling home collect. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it's gonna make people feel differently, I mean, it makes me want to pattern my rhymes into a different manner as far as getting a point across to the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm with them 100%. Because I was just like they was. I got dreams just like they got dreams. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's all good.
So when you're writing and everything, do you think about, like, there's some kids that probably look up to me, I need to change some of these lyrics to something else? You ever do that?
No, because then I wouldn't be real. I'm going to give it to them real. I'm not going to say, don't do drugs, don't do this, don't do that. I'm going to say, Snoop Dogg did this, Snoop Dogg did that. It wasn't nothing nice. So, I mean, you should peep my knowledge and get up out of it before you know what I'm saying, not blessed with that chance to do it.
Yeah. On the back of the CD, you got...
Oh, yeah, the Chronic. I don't care. I mean, it's all good. I mean, I was on Dre's album. Dre's album was the Chronic. It symbolized the Chronic. We put it down. Woo wham, everybody know what time it is. It's on my chest to the fullest. I mean, I'm not promoting it, telling nobody to go buy none or go do this or that. This is just me. If you don't, you know what I'm saying, like it, love it, appreciate it, and get down with it.
Dre's mom was here last time y'all came through, and I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked him. Do you think about mom when you're writing lyrics?
Always. Me and my mom got closer since I became a rapper like this, because it's like she hears so much negative stuff as far as the media goes, but she know how I am, and she know that it ain't all real, so she just blocks all that out. And I mean, everything I do, I mean, she know one day my life will change, and I won't be, you know what I'm saying, as much as I am like this. I probably will become more of a positive image, but that's way down the line, and I'm not looking on that page right now. Right now, I'm just trying to rap, hey people, and I mean, if you don't like it, don't listen to it, but if you like it, go on and get it.
Yeah. Talk about the press for one more minute. What are the biggest misconceptions that we might have read about you?
They try to make it like I'm just a ruthless gangster, more or less, somebody who you can't come up to and say hi, because a lot of people, they come up to me and they say, I want your autograph, but they be scared because they reading what these articles are saying, and I'm like, how you doing? Whoop wham, and they trip like, I thought you was mean. And I mean, the media twist you up like that. The same way they doing Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? So it's all good. I expect that.
Yeah. Like, did you read the Newsweek article?
Yeah, I read it.
When you read these things, what do you see that you just hate? Like, have you ever wanted to contact a journalist and say, this ain't me?
Things I hate is when people like Reverend Butts shoot game over the TV rather than shooting game over the telephone.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you would have, the Reverend, I guess, put a bunch of CDs on the ground and steamrolled them?
And called the press when he could have got on the telephone, called Death Row and said, I want to speak to Snoop, and we could have sat down and solved this like black men, you know what I'm saying? He's a powerful leader, a preacher more or less. He's supposed to school me. Don't patronize me and put me in the media crushing my CDs, because you making me money. You bought that CD, then you ran it over.
We'll be right back with Snoop Dogg and Dogg.
Big SNOOP. Man, Snoop is on top right now. He got everything going right now. He doing everything for the kids. He got the show for the kids. He doing the Olympics. Snoop is on top right now for sure, but he definitely a positive. He a positive image right now in the media. That's a fact. So Snoop came a long way. What I mean, from beating the murder case. What I mean, murder was the case to doing the Olympics on shows with Martha Stewart. So I mean, like my hat's off to Snoop. Snoop came a long way. He definitely he changed his image, but he still is Snoop Dogg though. But he definitely being a positive image for the kids moving forward, man.
The legal situation that's going on, how much of that can we talk about? I know litigation is kind of complicated.
Well, basically, the album is doing good. I want to thank everybody out there for buying the album.
So we shouldn't talk about none of that.
Yeah.
None of that. Was the bail like $1 million?
I mean, like I said, the album is good. Everybody supporting me.
When I was, I went to Washington recently to talk on the Hill with Louis Stokes about violence in the inner city, trying to get money to do some things. And what one of the politicians said to me was that, Arsenio, don't you think it's the fault of your colleagues, some of the people in the film industry, on television, the rappers? What do you think about politicians who blame the condition on art?
Crime has been going on before art's been going on. So you got to look at it like that. Before anybody picked up the microphone and said, I'm gonna make a rap, people was getting killed. You understand what I'm saying? It's like they trying to find an excuse when the problem is really lying where they lay at. You know what I'm saying? They making it like we the problem. We not the problem. We trying to solve the problem by bringing these problems to your face so you can understand and see exactly what we go through.
Yeah. I may be pronouncing this man's name wrong, but I think it's Mr. Dwoskin. Dwoskin?
Yeah.
Now, you thank him. How important was he in your life?
He was my probation officer. I mean, it's funny to y'all, but I mean, it was a hard path for me to stop doing what I was doing to just say, okay, I'm finna totally dedicate myself to rap when I wasn't making no money. It wasn't paying me. I didn't have nowhere to stay. It was like I was just dedicated to this dream. You know what I'm saying? My homies was pushing me saying, you dope, dog. But I was like, I ain't making no money, so I can't be that dope. And the probation officer was like, every time I get in trouble, he'll violate me and send me back to jail. And I was like, I ain't trying to see jail no more.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I had to thank him for that, for being on me like that, because he could have sent me to the pen.
Yeah.
But he was just sending me to the county, you know what I'm saying, letting me know that he can, you know what I'm saying, put me away for a minute. So I had to get my act together.
Yeah. Do they watch my show at the county?
You poppin'.
Really?
You the bomb in the county, Arsenio.
Yeah. Good. See, they need Nielsen boxes at the county. I'd be busting Leno's ass if they had a Nielsen box at the county. Yes. You getting a lot of grief from women's organizations like Now and some of these organizations. They don't like, like women with their ass sticking out the doghouse and stuff, stuff like that. What do you think? What would you say to women who think you're the bad guy?
I mean, it's like this. You don't criticize nobody like Phil Collins, you know what I'm saying? And he be saying all this and that or whatever type of music he doing. What I'm saying is this. The music I do is made for the people who want to listen to my music. If you're not made for this music, stop trying to put your ears in the studio and get a taste of this dopeness, because it ain't made for you.
Do you have, Sandy, the animation from the cover? Because you wanted to say something about the artwork, right?
Yeah, I wanted to say what's up to my cousin Joe Cool for drawing that for me, you know what I'm saying? Big Dad.
Your cousin did that?
Yeah, did the whole thing, the whole artwork, you know what I'm saying? And it's all good.
Yeah. So women that aren't mad at you, because they were saying some stuff. What was that word they used, Marla? Bestializing women.
You know what? I don't love them hoes.
I'm canceled now. I'm really canceled now. No. Okay. Oh, man. What do we have here? Oh boy. You know, we've been reading a lot in Los Angeles, especially, and New York about radio stations that want to take out certain words. What do you think about those moves?
I mean, it's all good. I mean,
I'm gonna say this: hey, the Long Beach culture is definitely a lifestyle. So once you've been in it and it's in your blood. I mean, it's a culture that you adapt to, but at the end of the day, like I said, Snoop is a person that came a long way, and he's definitely pushing positivity. If you've been, I mean, it's obvious. It's not much for me to say. I mean, Snoop is everywhere. He got his hands in everything. He definitely paid his dues, but he's definitely he pushing positivity, though, man. So it's always a light at the end of the tunnel. But at the end of the day, man, it is a culture out here in Long Beach. That's for sure.
but for the radio stations that want to just completely ban, you know what I'm saying, my song, Endo Smoke, and you know what I'm saying, the songs that's just the bomb on the streets, all they doing is making the people who are interested in the gangster rap say, okay, that's one radio station I won't be listening to. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Would the album, now this is asking you to kind of predict something, would the album, would the CD have done as well without the controversy in your life?
You ask the peoples in the crowd.
I like to hear you talk, though.
Okay, right.
Of course, they love it, yes, but do you think the controversy, it obviously helps to sell, but can you do it without the controversy? Because I'm sure that's where you want to go.
Yeah, I mean, I was popping on the underground before I was popping in the light like this. When I did underground tapes, I had more respect and more love from people then before I got in the media. You know what I'm saying?
Why is that?
Because people really respected what I did because it wasn't for no money then. It was just, it's my heart on the line. I mean, if you sit down and listen to it, you would respect it.
Yeah.
Because it's a true art.
But I'm sure they understand that you can do some positive things with some money.
Oh, yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. So you're going to do something else for us tonight, right?
Oh, yeah. What you gonna do? I don't know. Y'all think I should do Lottie Dottie? No.
You know what? I heard somebody. Wait. I heard somebody. No, I'm not a rapper, but shut up! I heard somebody say that a really, really talented rapper must be able to freestyle. You freestyle?
Hell yeah.
Really? Hey, Mike, the groove, like a jungle, one high, keep going. Would you give me some of that? Give me a handheld over here, Gordy. Come with me, Snoop, just for a second. Gordy, I'm going with this one right here. Number, whatever it is. The freestyle.
Yeah. Turn me up some.
Wait. Stop. That ain't the you was playing a few minutes ago. Right, that's what you want, right?
I want that.
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how. Yeah, that's what we talking about, right?
Yeah.
Take me to commercial, Snoop. Doggy.
It's like this.
Dog.
Yeah, you don't
Mike,
stop.
yeah.
Now stand up on your feet and peep the beat. Snoop Doggy Dogg's on the mic, I like to speak. Preach to each and all, I don't stall. Y'all know who the dopest rapper is, his name is Doggy Dogg. I freak and speak and reach to you, cause I'm on the microphone sporting gray and blue. I'm true to what I do, I don't bang it on. I'm the smooth macadamia Snoop Doggy Dogg. I make you jump, pump, grab your gas, but you might fall yourself, slump, hump. You can't see me, you wanna be me. I got a message to the CPT. What's up, Easy? I'm getting kinda greasy with curl on your neck. You can't see the dog cause I'm out to chin check. They call me the super duper superb. Hit 'em up, get 'em up, split 'em up. Word.
Man,
We gangsters, we all do the same type of shit.
Big SNOOP, man, that bring back so many memories. Man, I remember I had a show downtown Long Beach with the homies though. Man, I invited my mom to come check it out. My aunties, they all came out, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm rapping, doing my thing, what I'm doing, lit on stage. But that's just a memory that just remind me of the times that I was on stage doing my thing. I was really into it too as well, thinking I was gonna make it big rapping, but man, I had to bring you that content though, Big Snoop Dogg on the Arsenio Hall show. This is definitely one of the talk shows we grew up on. This is the late night shows though, so you had to sneak to get a peek around the age I was. I think what's that say, 1995. So I was about I was about 10, 11 at the time. But yes, sir, man. But I say that to say this though. Again, man, you know, at the end of the day, life is about living in alignment. So when you're not living in alignment, man, you living in chaos. So don't ever think, a lot of times you might go down the wrong path and you might feel like you went too far in and you know, you can't bring yourself back to where you're supposed to be. But, it's all about making the right decisions in life, and staying true into what you believe in, you know, and and just, moving forward, putting that foot forward because you can definitely make a difference though. You know, that's just for all the youngsters that, tune in and watch this though. You know what I mean? You know, so everybody have their road that they go down, but you can always make a change is what I'm saying. But whatever you feel is for you, man, do you. At the end of the day, man, you got one life, you know, make it happen. You're gonna live how you want to live though. But at the end of the day, if you're doing something and it's not sitting right with you, you just got to make the right decision and do what's best for you. But again, I had to bring you that content. I did this different. Usually I'll chime in, stop. I just wanted you to see, hear it from the GOAT itself, man, Big Snoop Dogg. Yeah, so you go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel though, man. I'm gonna bring you this content. I'm gonna be consistent. You already know who it is, man. It's Big Ghost, and we booming. Talk nice to me, mommy.